Hello, everyone. If you're watching this now, this is a live Q&A session that's going to start in about 30 seconds UK time at 7 o'clock. Just to explain a bit more about these. This is the first of these we've done. We did email a group of clients just to send in their questions, and we'll do a session sort of 15, 30 minutes where we try and answer the questions, or I'll try and answer the questions, go through any questions on the platform, and hopefully everyone's happy. So as I say, we plan on doing this probably once a month. We're doing it via YouTube and also via Facebook Live. So as long as you like us on Facebook or follow us or subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll get notified when we go live on these things. Okay, so I've got a list. I've got about 10 questions to go through this evening that clients have emailed in. At the end of the session, I'll give you my email address, and you can drop in any emails for the next session, any questions that aren't urgent but you'd like to know about. Let's just leave the risk warning up for a bit, even though we're not talking so much about trading and markets tonight. For the sake of good order, we'll put the risk warning up there. Just to make things clear that there's nothing that constitutes financial advice or any of that sort of stuff, and that we accept no responsibility for any use that may be made of the comments, the usual financial disclaimer. Actually, I'll put my details up. So for next time round, if you want to fire in any questions for next time, feel free. My email address is david.jones@capital.com. And if you're watching live now and you've got a question, I think you can write comments on YouTube or Facebook, but maybe the easiest way, if you drop me an email, that's probably going to be the quickest way I'm going to see it. Right, let's get into it. Let me find the platform. So here we go. So I'm logged into an account that I use. It's got real money on. So I use it for the webinars or the 12:30 market outlooks that we do on a Wednesday. Obviously, when you're trading, well, maybe not obviously, but when you're trading contracts for difference, CFDs and foreign exchange, you're trading on margin, you're trading using leverage. So one of the first questions that came in was, can you explain how margin works? Now, there is a video that's gone up on our YouTube channel, I think about a week ago, that was all about leverage and margin. So to take a look at that, but just to explain it for today, I think the easiest way of explaining it is to do a real example. So let's look at Facebook. So the US markets, US stock markets are open at the moment. Facebook is trading, where's it trading? 211.35 to sell, 211.45 to buy. Let me see if I zoom this in. Is it going to make the font any clearer? Let's try that just for tonight. There we go. So Facebook 211.36 to sell, 211.45 to buy. The way margin works, when you're trading on margin, you can open up a position. Let's say you're on 5 times margin, 5 times leverage. You could open up, for example, £1,000 position, but only tie up a fifth of that. So you'd have a situation where £200 is controlling a £1,000 position. That's how margin works. But let me show you by doing a trade on Facebook. Let's see if we can just buy one Facebook at 211. So the value, if I buy one CFD in Facebook, I've got a $211 position in Facebook. If you look at the details of my account at the moment, I've got £658 in there. Let's buy Facebook. Click on buy. There we go. So it's filled. The order's filled. So you can now see in my open positions down here, I've bought Facebook one at 211.46. I'm down 6 pence, 5 pence at the moment, because obviously there's a spread. There's a spread in the market. But if you look at the margin I've tied up, so to open up this position, I've only tied up from my account. It's this bit here where it says margin. I've only tied up £8 from my account. So I've got a $211 position in Facebook. So very quick maths. That's about £150 position in Facebook. Yeah, if they're worth $211, one share, one CFD, it's about £150 sterling. And to have a £150 position, I've only tied up £8. So in this example here, I must be on 20 times margin. Okay, so this is the whole idea behind margin and leverage. A small amount of money, in this example, £8, is controlling a much bigger position, $211.46. And you can see we are just about nosing into profit, or we were. I made a penny so far. So that's how margin works. And it's the same. There are different margin rates for different products, so different levels of leverage. You'll see the information in the app and on our website. Margin rates, there's a big changes coming in at the end of this month, being driven by the European regulator, bringing margin rates down, bringing leverage rates down. But it's still, the principle is still the same. A small amount of money controls a much bigger financial position. Another popular question that came in was, can you explain how to profit if something's falling in price? This is, I think, one of the big appeals of contracts for difference, trading using CFDs. You can trade markets in both directions. Okay, so you can sell short. That's what this means. So you can profit from a market falling. So let's bring up pound US dollar. It's really straightforward, but there's pound US dollar. So it's had a tough time over the last 3 months. The pound has dropped by about 9% versus the dollar. Let's make this a really short-term chart. Here we go. So here it is over the last, it's today's trading. So this is pound US dollar over the last day. Let's say we thought this was a market that was going to fall further. Okay, so I want to try and profit from the price slipping off. Let's say it was as low as 129.50 last week, so that's about 140 points below where it is now. Let's say I want to try and profit from that falling. All I need to do, if I click on pound US dollar to bring it up to the dealing ticket, what's the smallest I can trade? I think it's 1,000 is the smallest I can trade. So if I think pound US dollar is going to drop, I'm not going to buy it, am I? I don't, because if I think it's going to fall, it's going to drop in price. If I think it's going to drop, to open up the trade, what I do is click on sell first. Okay, so I'm selling short. So what I'm doing, I've opened the trade. You can see it just in there. There's my pound US dollar trade. So I've sold 1,000 pound US dollar at 130.92. And then if it drops below 130.92, that's where I'll be making money. So hopefully you can see it is just as easy to go short to try and profit from a market falling as it is to go long to try and profit from a market rising. Okay, so if you think something, whatever it is, whatever market it is, let's have a look at the Dow Jones. Let's see what's going on in US stock markets tonight. Not much at the moment. It's big week this week for stocks again. We've got plenty of US companies reveal their earnings, their profits over the week. Tonight, after the market shuts, we've got Alphabet, the company that owns Google. Thursday night's a big one. We've got Amazon results coming out. So there's a lot of focus on stock markets this week. But here's the US stock market. So the same sort of thing. This is the Dow Jones, the US 30. Again, let's say, where's the market trading currently? It's about, 25,050. Let's say we thought the Dow was going to drop from here. Same thing again. If I think it's going to go up, I'm going to buy it first, obviously, like I did with Facebook. But if I think it's going to drop, I'm going to sell it first. So let's do that. Let's sell short. There we go. Done. Doing lots of trades in the first 10 minutes tonight. So there's if I just drag up my open positions, there you can see there's the trade we just did on the Dow. So you can see when we started off tonight, buy, that was Facebook. We bought them just to illustrate how margin works. But that position will profit if the price of Facebook rises. The pound US dollar, we sold it at wherever it was, 130.92. And the US 30, the Dow, we've just sold that as well. So of course, to close the position, we just buy it back. Yeah. So if I click on close, it will close the position for me. So I buy it back wherever the market's trading. But hopefully it does illustrate the point. It's just as easy to trade these markets in both directions. Actually, that is the next question. How do I close my position? Okay. Let's pick a position to close. Let's pick the one that's losing the most. Pound US dollar. So it's really easy. If you're looking at your open positions, which if you're logged into the platform, and normally down there at the bottom of the screen, you can look at orders and your history and funding, all that sort of stuff. But if you're looking at your open positions, there are your open positions. So my account There's only got 3 open positions, but it's the 3 positions we opened this evening. So if I want to close it, I'll close the pound US dollar one, click on close all, and there we go. It's gone. So my trade has been done. And if I want to see the history, I can click in there to see a bit more detailed positions history. So it shows me any old positions that I've closed. Okay, so now, because I've closed that pound US dollar, I've only got, what have I got running? The short on the Dow and the long on Facebook, okay, which are both a massive 1 penny in profit at the moment. Okay, so hopefully that's straightforward enough. How do I change the period of the chart? This is, again, this is pretty straightforward, but I think it's one of these things that maybe if you don't see it being done, you might struggle. But looking at the chart up here, let's make the chart full screen for now. So we can click on this button here to make that chart full screen. Up here, we still have the information, how much money we've got in the account, what's our running profit or loss, all that sort of stuff. So even if we're looking at a chart full screen, there's plenty of information there. To change the period, it's really easy. The period part of the chart is in here. So if we click on time frame, if I want to make this a daily chart, so a big picture, there we go. So now the candlesticks are all daily candles. If I want to make it sort of an interim chart, an hourly chart, there we go. Now those candlesticks for the Dow are hourly. And to go back to a really short-term chart, let's say a 5-minute chart, just click, and there we go. So now each candle represents 5 minutes worth of trading. So it's really easy through here just to click and go through the different chart views that you might want to see. So hopefully that's straightforward enough. Let's just get that chart back to a smaller size. When it comes to, someone else said, how do I add money or take money from my account? The easiest way, if you do it in the app, I mean, I can't show the app on here because I'm using my PC, but if you're doing it through the app, you can fund money in your account and take money out through the app. If you're doing it on the desktop like me, the easiest way, go to my account up here, and you can choose to deposit or withdraw funds from here. So if I click on withdraw, I can choose what card I want to use to withdraw the funds, or click on deposit, the same sort of thing. Okay, so it's all done through the my account option up there. Someone else asked as well, how do we change the colors on the chart? So if you think, for example, if only I had blue candlesticks, I'd be able to analyze the market a lot easier and my trades would be better. We can go into the settings box here. Hopefully you can see that. So the settings on the chart brings up these. So if I say, right, if I change my candlesticks to blue, there we go, much prettier. I will change them back to green or whatever I want. So you can change all the stuff in there. The same goes for bar charts if you want different width. Line charts if you like looking at lines rather than candles. All of that stuff is in there as well. So it's just accessible from the setting button there. Okay, so hopefully that's easy enough. We've had a few questions coming back from clients about the new platform. So if you're a client of Capital.com, we've got a platform that's in beta test. This platform here is all perfectly fine trading with, but we do have an all singing, all dancing platform coming soon. But if you're a client, you might be testing already. So someone just asked to show you that. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so here's you can see a lot more information right from the first start. So we have, for example, top traded in equity markets. So top traded Tesla, Netflix, Amazon, not surprising, Apple, Facebook. Okay, the usual suspects. Top traded in Forex, again, not surprising, the major markets in there. Top traded in crypto. I've just recorded actually tonight our video on Bitcoin to go up tomorrow because Bitcoin hit a 2-month high today. So it's we're seeing, waking up a little bit at the moment. Indices, and you can just click through to see a lot more information. So there's the German 30. Okay, so I clicked on that from the page, and then I can go on to my watch list. I go back, click on here to Pulse, go back to that front page, see what's moving, most volatile markets, biggest risers, biggest fallers, And then let's have a look at Halliburton, for example, big US stock. So let's click on that. Wow, that has, yeah, that's really gapped down today, isn't it? So maybe, I don't know, maybe some bad news over the weekend or results possibly coming out. But you can see this. So this is a new platform. So it's a whole load more functional. I can click on here to see my open positions. So obviously the trades that I placed on the older platform, they're here in the new platform. So there's my Facebook buy one, and there's my short on the Dow, and I can close them from here. Any orders I've got waiting to happen, if I'm looking to buy the FTSE at, I don't know, 6,800 or something, I can see orders in there, and the history of what I've been up to is all in there as well. Okay, so that's the new platform. You can build up clearly your watch list. It's brought, where's my watch list? It's brought my watch list over from the other platform. But you can also build up like what's now what we call a spotlight page. So if there's stuff you want to watch during the day, you can add them to the spotlight and make it really easy to click backwards and forwards between your favorite market charts throughout the day. So that's the platform that's currently in beta. Lots of functionality, the usual, lots of different types of charts, 1,000,001, maybe not 1,000,001, but lots of different indicators that can be added. So all the usual stuff. So that will be coming soon. So there's the new platform. Let's just move that away from now. And another question is, where can I find more information on markets? I think, you know, trading, particularly maybe with the cryptocurrencies, we've seen lots of new people come into trading in the last 12 months or so. I think for plenty of people, you know, it is something of a new thing. There are lots of places where we'll try and put out more information about markets. If you go to the homepage, so Capital.com, you can get general information about the sort of markets we cover. But if you go to For Traders, we put up various financial articles that go up throughout the day. So Bitcoin is, I wouldn't say it's the biggest news today, but the fact it's hit 2-month highs is a bit of a major thing. So Bitcoin rally powers ahead. You can read a bit more about that in there. And you know, various articles on company news, the earnings calendar this week, all the companies announcing all their earnings in the US this week. So you can find all of those sort of things there. And also, if you haven't subscribed already, if you go to our YouTube channel, so we try and add almost a video a day. Not quite, but one that's just gone up now. I mean, one that's gone up in the last 20 minutes is one I did this morning on the pound and the euro. So we saw big falls. We saw big falls for the pound and the euro. The pound in particular last week, something of a bounce back on Friday. So I think this week is an interesting one for pound versus the euro. There was a gold video last week. There's the video, what is leverage? So there's all that sort of stuff. So if you go to Capital.com on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, you'll see all sorts of different financial information in there. Okay, so like I say, on the website and also on YouTube. But I think that's it. I think that's all the questions that we had sort of sent through to us this evening. So we've done all right to get through it all in 20 minutes. My little trades, how are they doing? Where's it gone? My little Facebook trade is up 4p. My US 30 trade is down 8p. I think that was the short, wasn't it? And that was the long. And I think with all of this stuff, with us, you can trade pretty small. So you don't need to take on massive levels of risk to start trading. So if you're not a client, you can download the app from wherever you get your apps from, or just go to Capital.com on the web and open up a demo account if you want to, or an account with a small amount of money in, and start trading and get a feel for how all of this works. But we'll start wrapping it up there. As I say, if you have any questions to be featured on a future Q&A session, just drop me an email and I'll make a list of questions and we'll whiz through them again next time round. My email address is david.jones@capital.com, and on Twitter I'm @JonesTheMarkets. Every Wednesday lunchtime at 12:30 UK time, we do a live market outlook via, again, the same format we're doing tonight. So via Facebook Live and via YouTube, we take a look at major FX pairs, so pound and the euro, a couple of cryptocurrencies, stock indices like the Dow and the FTSE, and gold and oil. So again, if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, you should get automatically notified when that starts at 12:30 on a Wednesday. And if you can't make it, the recorded version goes up. So the recording from last week is there already. But hopefully I've answered the questions that were sent in. Thanks for coming along. We'll do it all, maybe not, maybe at the end of August, maybe beginning of September, but it's going to be a regular thing we do every month, like a little Q&A session with clients. But we'll wrap things up there, and I'll let you get on with the rest of your evening. But thanks for watching.